The romantic comedy is back. What's going on, guys? I'm Kevin from Cinephellas, and I'm here to review a movie that has made $50 million off a $25 million budget. It's not slowing down. I saw this movie in a sold out house, and everyone was talking about this movie, even, after the movies and around town in my school. My students have seen this. It's gonna have legs, and I think it's gonna get close to 100 or maybe close, jump over $100 million. It stars Sydney Sweeney and Glen Powell, and it's called Anyone But You.
Titanic me.
Are they watching?
Are they doing Titanic?
They're gone. Show's over.
Oh my god. Do you have a mole or something on your butt?
No.
What the fuck?
One might be in you.
I'm good.
It's probably a better way to check than what I did.
It's a bad idea, right?
Now, Glen Powell. Glen Powell has become popular over the last few years, even though he's popped up here and there in TV and movies. I was looking for credits on him outside of playing the Hangman in Top Gun Maverick, and he was the stockbroker in The Dark Knight Rises that kind of gets pushed around by Bane when Bane basically is trying to rob Wayne's money. So that's a little cool fact I just found out. Sweeney is from Euphoria. I have not watched Euphoria yet. I know I have to get on it. But I remember her from Sharp Objects, which was on HBO, and she was in a season of The Handmaid's Tale. They're both TV shows. She did pretty well, and I was very impressed with her. And then I read interviews on her saying how she prepared, and she seems like she takes the craft seriously, which is great because obviously, she's beautiful, but she's a pretty damn good actor, and I'll talk about that too. Executive produced this too. So how did she do? Now the plot is very simple. You have Powell playing Ben and Sweeney playing Bea. They have a very nice meet cute in the beginning, and that develops to them spending the entire day together and basically staying over at Ben's house. They don't have sex. They just cuddle. They connect. The next morning, Bea wakes up. She's kind of confused what to do. She's a little socially awkward, and she leaves. Ben wakes up. Is kind of hurt. And as she's walking down the street, Bea's like, "What the hell am I doing? Why am I not back with him?" She comes back, and in the hallway, she kind of hears that he is bad mouthing her, and she gets hurt, and he's hurt, but he's kind of lashing out. And time passes, and we find out that Ben's best friend Claudia is going to marry Bea's sister, Haley. It's a destination wedding in Australia. The two go together. And obviously they despise each other, but they come to a common ground. You see Bea's mother and father, played by Dermot Mulroney and Rachel Griffiths, both good in this movie. They are very overbearing. She is not sure she wants to be a lawyer, and she's thinking about dropping out. And they're like, "No, you can't do that." And she was apparently in a relationship with this guy who she almost married, and she kind of left him. And they invited him to the wedding. These people have money. And they invite him to the wedding, try to push him on her, try to get back together. So that's Bea's motive for this. And then his motive is his ex-girlfriend's at the wedding too, and he loves her. She's the only one that kind of broke his heart. So he wants to use Bea to get the other one jealous. And I don't have to explain the rest of the plot. It's going to happen. This movie has a great supporting cast. I'll just basically put that out there. As I said, Dermot Mulroney is very good. Alexander Shipp, Rachel Griffiths, and for you fans of Dave, Gator appears as one of the friends, and I love him. He just has a very, very natural and easygoing presence, and he's fun. Hopefully, he gets more bookings. The movie is shot beautifully. It makes Australia look even more beautiful than it already is. The cinematographer is Danny Roman, so shout out to him. Did a hell of a job making this movie as beautiful as it is. Sweeney is going to be America's Next Sweetheart, especially with this movie most likely going to cross $100 million. She's done a lot of stuff in the past that is very depressing. Handmaid's Tale, Euphoria, Sharp Objects. It all shows that kind of make her play into her depressive side, and she's always crying or she's broken. I think this is going to shift her to another realm where she'll be a very friendly face. She'll be in a lot of romantic comedies, and she has it. She has the physical and verbal comedy down pat. Powell has it too. They're both great together. They're both great separately. If you saw the videos, you read the stories in online, they got along very well behind the scenes, and you can see that chemistry definitely in the film. They work they work very well together. Finally, there is something that happens at the end of this movie. I'm not going to spoil it, but it's something they used to do in a lot of romantic comedies in the 90s. They do it here, and it's such a smart move because, unlike the 90s, social media exists today, and maybe you have seen it. I won't spoil it, what it is, but it ends the movie on a high note. It gives the movie flavor. People are using this to promote the movie. I will say it's a very popular song from the 2000s that's used, but it was a very nice way to end the movie. And, it is predictable. I said it's predictable. It's a romantic comedy, whatever. We need genre films like this. Not everything has to be Oppenheimer or any other, or Kills of the Flower Moon. We need lighthearted stuff like this. So in the end, I am going to give this movie 3.5 out of 5 Glen Powell hairpieces, I'll say. Anyway, guys, come to the site. We're always reviewing movies. I am going to start my 7 with Kevin again. I've already watched 4 movies off of it. I hopefully will have my best of 2023 list out before June of 2024. I was pretty late with it last year. Logan and Henry and Armando and Niall and Bob are always doing we're doing the podcast again soon. They're doing their own stuff. Yeah, just come to the site. It's a great time. And as we say, for the sign off, I am Kevin, and cheers.